The presented versus the acquired knowledge. The difference between presented and acquired knowledge is that when a teacher teaches his students how to draw a picture, he shows them how to draw a picture on a graph and tells them that if they use these many squares of the graph in this way, an eye will be formed. If they bring these many squares under the pencil, a nose will be formed, and if they use these many squares, an ear will be formed. Because of the teacher's guidance, the more successful artist the student becomes because of his interest and willingness to learn to draw a picture in the squares of a graph, or to put it another way, the basis of acquired knowledge is that any particular ability can be activated in a person by proper training. The presented knowledge, on the other hand, claims that everyone is born with the ability to sketch, build a chair, and tailor a dress. The teacher's job is to help a student activate that intrinsic skill, and the more that ability is used and exercised, the more knowledgeable he gets in that profession. Further explanation of this phenomenon is that everything that exists in the world, has ever existed, or will exist in the future is based on thoughts. Something exists for us when we receive information about it, or in other words, when an idea about it enters our mind, but, if no information about it is received from within ourselves, or if no thinking about it enters our mind, then that thing does not exist for us. When someone wants to be an artist, the first thing that comes to mind is that he should draw a painting. Similarly, if a guy wants to be a carpenter, the idea that he should pursue carpentry occurs to him. It holds true for all of the world's sciences and arts in the same way. Every science or work of art begins with a thinking or an idea about the subject at hand. We get interested in a certain route only after having considered learning something, and we begin looking for a teacher or guide who can assist us in developing that faculty. And the teacher awakens that unique aptitude in us while keeping our interest and goal in mind. In the same way that a person has the ability to learn and achieve all of the arts and sciences, a person also has the ability to learn and achieve the spiritual science. When a person learns to draw a picture, he is referred to as an artist. When he learns to carpenter, he is referred to as a carpenter, and when a person invents something, he is referred to as a scientist. A spiritual person is someone who has been able to awaken his spiritual potentials with the guidance of a teacher. It is not difficult to conclude, based on this brief account of the presented and acquired knowledge, that the presented knowledge is the only authentic and reliable source for knowing, understanding, and recognizing the soul. We cannot reach the soul by acquiring knowledge. When someone uses acquired knowledge to understand the soul, logical and intellectual arguments lead him astray. Everyone tries to form their own speculative opinions on the soul. Man evolved from apes, according to a few. Man, according to some, is the sun's son. Some people believe that fish were created by man. When analyzing the available/prevalent teachings and failing to identify any genuine reality, comparatively more knowledgeable people tend to focus solely on material existence, ignoring the soul entirely. Or, to put it another way, whoever tried to understand the soul through acquired knowledge failed to come to any real and final conclusions, whereas whoever had access to the soul through presented knowledge was free of doubts and dubiety, and it enters into his certainty that this body of flesh and bones is merely a fiction and a hypothetical thing. Thank you for watching.